Let your body settle now. Just let it go, all of it. The weight of your back pressing down into whatever is beneath you. Your shoulders, they've been carrying things all day. Let them drop, as low as they want to go. Your hands, where are they resting? Notice the warmth in them, the small heaviness. And your jaw, you might be holding it tighter than you realize. You don't need to. Your face doesn't need to do anything tonight. Your feet, the weight of the blanket, the warmth spreading slowly outward into your arms, your legs, the soles of your feet. Breathe in slowly and out, just through the nose, long and easy. You don't need to force it. The breath knows how to do this without you. And again, in and out. There is nothing you need to solve right now. Nothing to plan, nothing to track, nothing to remember. Simply let it go. You really can. It will all be there tomorrow. Tonight there is only this. And as you breathe, the room around you begins to soften, very gently, like lamplight finding the edges of ancient stone. The sounds you know grow distant, and something else takes their place. You are in Constantinople. The year is 1000. Basil II sits on the purple throne, and the city at the edge of two worlds is at the very height of its long, magnificent life. Tonight you will simply lie there, one ordinary day. The stone and the silk and the incense and the sea. You are lying on a sleeping mat, woven from reeds. A small whitewashed room, the plaster walls close and warm. Through the wooden shutters, a faint silvered light, not sunlight yet. Just the last of the night sky, that deep blue that exists only in the hour before the world wakes. You breathe in, and the air carries something. Old stone, olive oil burning low in a clay lamp in the corner, and beneath that, something faint and salt-sweet that is always here. The sea. The Bosphorus is close. It is always close. In Constantinople, you are never far from the smell of deep water. At night, you can hear it, a low, breathing presence, water shifting against stone and wood. Your body is heavy in the way that only deep rest makes it heavy, that pleasant, sinking weight, as though the floor has decided to hold you, and you have decided to let it. The city is still in these last minutes of darkness, holding its breath before the day begins. Somewhere above the city, a semantron sounds. Not a bell. A wooden board struck with a mallet by a monk moving around the church's outer gallery. Dry and resonant, carrying across stone rooftops with a clarity a bell would not have. Knock, 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 knock. You feel it more than hear it, a vibration that passes through the walls and into your chest, into the quiet center of you. Knock, 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 knock. The city stirs, not suddenly, not all at once, a door somewhere. Sandals on stone, a murmured prayer in Greek, close and then moving away. You rise slowly. Your feet touch the cool stone floor, smooth, polished by years of the same mourning. You pull your linen under tunic over your head, then a longer robe of natural wool. Your hands move slowly, familiar, unhurried. There is nothing you need to solve right now. The semantron sounds, the city wakes, and you follow. You step out into the lane. Cool air, sharp with salt, wood smoke, and the faint warmth of bread beginning to bake. The lane is narrow, buildings rising 2 and 3 stories, white walls pale in the pre-dawn gray. Iron lampstands holding flames that are almost out. The stones beneath your feet are uneven, dark with the moisture of 10,000 mornings, just like this one. The church dome rises against the dark blue sky. You push open the heavy wooden door. Inside, incense. Frankincense and myrrh rising in slow blue threads from swaying censers. Dark, small, warm, but the walls. Gold mosaic covering every surface above the marble dado. Christ in gold. The Virgin in gold. The apostles in gold. Their eyes looking out from that radiant surface with an expression you can never quite name. Not distant, not near, just present. The priest chants in Greek, low and continuous, a sound that has no real beginning and no real end. You breathe the incense and let the chanting wash over you. The sound enters you somewhere deeper than words. The sun is up now. You walk along the Mese, the great central street of Constantinople, paved with limestone that glows in the early light. Colonnaded porticos shelter the stalls on either side, their columns worn to a soft sheen. A spice merchant, pepper from the east, coriander, cumin, dried herbs in small clay jars, the smell complex and sharp and warm all at once. A bread cellar. Round, dense loaves just out of the oven, the crust still crackling as it cools. You break off a piece and eat it as you walk. A fishmonger calling out in Greek. An old woman selling olives from a clay pot, dark and green in brine. A cup of watered wine from a vendor near the column. The language around you is Greek. Everywhere Greek, quick and musical and precise. Nothing to plan, nothing to track. Just the Mese and the morning and the smell of bread and salt and the sea. You walk down toward the water. Between the buildings, through gaps in the roof lines, you begin to see it, the Bosphorus. That narrow strait between 2 worlds, a pale, luminous gray-blue today, the color of polished silver held at an angle to the sun. The far shore, barely visible through the haze, is Asia. 2 continents, separated by a mile of moving water. You have looked at this view many times, and it never quite becomes ordinary. Ships, broad merchant vessels moving slowly under sail, hulls heavy with grain from the Black Sea. Smaller boats threading between them. Here on the quay, salt and fish and wet rope and the cold mineral smell of deep water. Gulls overhead, crying. You find a low stone wall and watch the water. The Bosphorus moves in slow, heavy currents. A merchant ship passes, the great striped sail billowing. The ship moves on. The same current the sailors have used since before this city existed. In the middle of the day, you walk toward the heart of the city. Hagia Sophia. Even before you see it fully, you feel it. Travelers from distant kingdoms weep when they first come around the corner into the open square before it. You come around that corner now. The dome rises above you like a second sky. Vast, impossibly high. The sun catches the ring of windows at its base. Light pours through in great golden shafts, turning the dust to something almost alive. You enter, cool and still inside. The floor, polished marble, cream and rose and gray-green, worn glassy by generations of feet, and above the gold. Christ Pantocrator in the apse, immense and still, his golden background catching the light and sending it back in slow, warm pulses. Angels, saints, the Holy Virgin, all in that Byzantine gold that seems to contain light rather than reflect it. You walk to the center of the nave, and stand, and look up. There is nothing you need to solve right now, nothing to remember. The dome is so high that the people in the upper galleries are small. The incense from the morning liturgy still hangs faintly in the air. You breathe in and out. In the afternoon, the city changes its mood. The light is softer now, warm amber turning the limestone streets golden. You pass a workshop where silk is being woven. A loom fills the ground floor of a narrow building. A woman works it with steady hands, click and pull. Click and pull. The silk is deep crimson, not the royal purple reserved for the emperor, but a rich, dark red that catches the afternoon light and seems to hold it within itself. You watch without speaking. Her hands move, her feet work the treadles, the pattern grows. Further along, the bathhouse, warm air from the open entrance. Inside, marble floors, steam, the heated caldarium thick with the shapes of other bathers on warm benches. The heat is total. It enters your limbs and makes them heavy and slow. You sit on the warm bench and breathe the steam. Your muscles let go. One by one, your back, your shoulders, your hands resting open on the warm marble. The evening comes slowly to Constantinople. The sky over the Bosphorus turns to gold, then copper, then that deep resonant rose that belongs only to skies near the sea. You are back in your small room. The oil lamp lit again, its flame steady and warm, throwing a small amber circle against the white plaster walls. On the low table, a bowl of olives, hard white cheese pressed and salted, dried figs soft and intensely sweet, barley flatbread warm from the brazier, a small cup of wine dark and dense. You eat slowly. The day is done. The market sounds have gone. The city is winding down around you. The lamp flame flickers very slightly with your breath, leaning a little as you exhale, steadying again. You're breathing and the flame in a kind of conversation. Outside, a woman's voice singing somewhere above, low and unhurried. The distant knock of the semantron from another church. Then nothing. It will all be there tomorrow. Tonight there is only the lamp and the quiet and the smell of olive oil burning low. The city is quiet now. Always the Bosphorus, always the faint sound of water. But the human sounds have softened, drawn back into the buildings. You extinguish the lamp with a gentle breath. The flame bows and goes out. A thin thread of smoke rises in the dark. You lie down on the reed mat. The stone floor has kept the warmth of the day, a faint warmth rising up through the mat, like the earth breathing slowly beneath you. Through the gap in the wooden shutters, a sliver of sky, very dark blue, almost black. The polar star, steady and unwavering as it has been above this city for every night of its long life. The sailors on the Bosphorus are looking at that same star right now. Below it, Venus, bright and still, and to the south, Orion, the hunter the Greeks have always known. These stars were here before the city. They will be here long after. They look down on the fishermen who first settled this peninsula. They will look down on whatever comes after, long after the Nomisma no longer buys anything, long after the Mosaics have darkened. But tonight they look down on a city that is fully, magnificently alive. The guards on the Theodosian walls, the monks finishing their evening office, the weaver's looms gone still, the incense in Hagia Sophia thinning slowly in the cool, dark air, all breathing, all still. The Greek words you heard today drift through you now without meaning, just sound, just the shape of sound. Kyrie eleison, Lord have mercy. The incense you breathed in Hagia Sophia, faint and sweet, the gold, that gold. Not reflecting light, holding it. You hold it too now, somewhere in the warm darkness behind your eyes. A small, steady, golden light. The kind that has been burning in this city for a very long time. The stone of the building holds you. Your body is heavy. Your eyes are heavy. And slowly, your thoughts soften. There is nothing you need to solve right now. Nothing to plan, nothing to remember. It will all be there tomorrow. The Bosphorus moves on. The stars turn very slowly overhead. Your breathing slows. The dark and the sound of the water, always the sound of the water. The city sleeps. The water carries you now, gently. Down. and away.